Yo, what's up, guys? Back to the channel. So today's story is about the friend that blocked me over $30. So yo, have you ever looked back at a situation and realized that that person was never really my friend? Basically, today I'm telling a story on how somebody I thought I was helping, someone I thought I was cool with, only to block me over some money, bruh. $30. Crazy part is, it's like, it's not really about the money for real. It's more like, damn, why would you do that? You know what I mean? And it's just tough, dude. This is why I don't really have faith and trust in people, dog. Like, nah, bro. Like, how am I gonna trust people after one people do me wrong, and then I tell people what's up, and then them other people do me wrong as well? It was just like, nah, bro. It is what it is, though. Man, you just gotta keep pushing. So the story is like how I met this person. It's gonna be me and my homie, bro. His name's like Teddy, right? And Teddy used to be my homie, best friend, and the girl name was Ashley. So at the time, I was trying to link up with my homie Teddy, just on some regular stuff, because I ain't met the dude in a long time. It's been years because he's now like a drug addict. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really hang out with this man, but I was down bad. So like I had to talk to him. So yeah, but every time I asked, he kept saying, yeah, you gotta hang with my girl Lily too. That's my girlfriend. And he showed me a picture of her, and I'm like, because Eddie's kind of ugly, and my homie is like not a drug addict and everything, and this nigga, I would think he would get ugly girls, but nah, bro, he had to a fine woman, I'm thinking. And he showed me a picture, and then he showed me a picture of him taking off her undergarments, right? And doing nothing. He ain't do nothing but record the stuff. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Why did you show me this? But all right, that's cool, because I'm thinking that's his girl. First off, I wouldn't do that if I was somebody's boyfriend. Like, why would I show my homies this? That's disgusting. So maybe that should have screamed red flags. But honestly, I didn't care, bro, because I was just thinking, all right, that's his girl, right? But turns out they weren't really dating. This guy was a weirdo, bro, for some reason. But she didn't tell me that until later, because literally after that occasion, me and Ashley, like, we started kicking it. And I know it sounds crazy how you kicking it with your homie's girl, but she was asking me for rides, and I just started talking to her, and I thought she was cool, bro. And literally one day, out of like the second time we linked, she was over here telling me how like he and her, they weren't a thing. Randomly, she just randomly brought up that they weren't together, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay. He was telling me, hey, he's together, and he showed me a video of like, hold on, scratch that. So we were over here chilling in the car when she was telling me that, and then like she told me how there was a video a month before I met her that like she was unconscious off of a Xan, and that Teddy was like the one who recorded, and she figured that out, and but she was unconscious during the video. So she was like, and the reason how she found out about that video is because that guy Teddy showed one of his homies the same video he showed me, and that homie knew that she was unconscious when he did that, and he didn't like that stuff. So he went up and told her that. Yeah, bro, that stuff is crazy, bro, because this guy used to be my friend, dude. It's crazy hearing friends turn out to be stuff like this, but this is just a story now. It don't even matter if this get views or not, bro. I'm just posting it, and it's just like something I just felt like talking about, just leaving it there. Just a part of this diary I got in this YouTube shit. But yeah, bro, that stuff is insane. So, Me and Lily started hanging out one-on-one, just chilling after that because I felt bad for her because also she was a homeless woman and she wasn't being taken care of her dad and all. So I just felt pity for the woman. And she was sexually assaulted by this guy I knew. I felt bad, bro. But even then, even somebody like that can still do you dirty, bro. Don't get me wrong. It's at the what happened to this woman, but that doesn't mean that like these people won't like take money from you, gossip about you or stuff and all. I wouldn't wish that on nobody, but still, this like it's just tough, bro. Evil world we live in, bros. Now, listen, when someone tells you something like that, it's like we started hanging out doing door dashing and all, going up and down all our area in Georgia, and we over here just chilling, bro. And we just doing our thing, and we would smoke some weed every now and then. But like she always be asking money for rent, and she would ask money to do like stuff, and people would like she would always lie and say people would rob her and all. I'm just like, after a while it started getting annoying. She started doing harder drugs and all, and she started becoming into a fentanyl addict. Just keep it a band. But man, it sucks what happens to people like this, dude. There's a lot to the story I'm not telling you, but you know, I'm just keeping it calm for now because I'm just not trying to say too much. Yo, anyways, the story it goes that like one day I'm at work just trying to do my shift, and she texted me in a panic saying it was an emergency, saying she needed $30 immediately. And I'm like, yo, alright, I'll give you the $30, but I needed the money back because I was gonna pay it for a court date and I needed it, and she didn't give a fuck, you know, because eventually, like 2 days later, my nigga, I thought everything was cool and I completely forgot about it when I went checked about my bank. And nigga, the shit was like not my bank. I went to text her and it was blocked, bro. I was blocked. It just said that I tried to text her and it blocked me, bro. And I have an iPhone and she had an iPhone, so it just said it blocked me, homie. I'm like, bro, you think that this person was your homie, but she was never my friend. She never cared about me, bro. I was just a convenience, bro. I was the ride, bro. The wallet. The emotional support, bro. And once I stopped being useful, bro, I got cut off. Yeah, that fucking sucks, bro. But like, not because of the money, bro, but because I genuinely thought I mattered. Lesson is, bro. So if you're watching this and you're a helper like me, someone who gives people the benefit of the doubt, please hear this. Not everyone whose trauma bonds with you is your friend. Not everyone who needs help deserves access to you. And if someone blocks you after you help them, that says everything about them and nothing about you. If you're ever being used, manipulated, or snaked by someone you trusted, drop a comment. I want to hear your story. Like, subscribe, and yeah, protect your heart and your wallet, my niggas. I'll catch you on the next one.